Hi, first graders. Happy Wednesday. I have a joke for you today. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Any guesses? Hi, bud. Get it? Because a little flower is just a bud. All right, let's move on to our morning note.
Dear first graders, today is Wednesday. Today there will be a short math lesson at the end of this video. Please remember to contact me if you have any questions. You are all doing great. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Love, Mrs. Baker. Remember to check Seesaw and make the corrections to this note.
I thought I would read a story before I walk you through today's math papers. The story is The Great Graph Contest by Lorene Levy. What is he doing? Hello? Gunk, are you home? Come in, Beezy. You too, Chester. Hi, Gunk. What are you doing? Hi, Beezy. Hi, Chester. I'm making a graph. I asked my friends, do you like mud? I put their answers under yes or no. And here's his recording sheet after when he asked his friends if they like mud. And if we look at the graph, friends, there's a title here, and then it has the information, yes or no. And he put a spot of mud for each one. More of us do like mud. This is a nice graph, Gunk. I have lots more to show you. Cherry pie is the favorite? Yuck! These are great. I like to make graphs too. Here's that cherry pie, that graph asking friends their favorite fruit pies. So you can see 2 friends like apple pie, 1 friend likes strawberry pie, 2 friends like blueberry pie, and 3 friends like cherry pie. Of course, my graphs are the best. Which foot is the longest, and it shows the inches and the feet. Where my friends live, the land and water and both. He's using pictures to show all kinds of information, and that's what a graph is, first graders. They are not. They are so. Whoa! Let's have a contest. You two will make some graphs, and I'll be the judge. I'll give points for correct math, creativity, and neatness. May the best graphs win. I'm going to win, Beezy. No, you're not, Gunk. Oh, boy. There's a pile of rocks. Hey, Gunk, can you make a rock graph? That sounds really hard. Hee hee. Only if you have rocks in your head. Well, that wasn't a very nice thing to say. I wonder if there are more smooth rocks or rough ones. I'll put the smooth ones on one square and the rough ones on the other square. Oh, I have to make labels too. My graph shows that there are more smooth rocks than rough rocks. So you can see the title and then the labels here. Not bad, but my graph will be even better. 13, 14, there are 15 smooth rocks. I hope you didn't count me. I'll take a quick photo. There are 9 rough rocks. This book kind of reads like a comic, doesn't it? It has little speech bubbles all over telling us what different characters are saying. Look, it's a picnic. Good, I'm hungry. These cookies look yummy. Why don't you make a graph about them, Beezy? Let me think. There are 3 kinds of cookies. I wonder if there are more chocolate chip, oatmeal, or sugar cookies. I'll stack them up and find out. Oops, skip the page. And there's the title. Are there more chocolate chip, oatmeal, or sugar cookies? My graph shows there are more chocolate chip cookies. I think Chester likes it. Only 5 oatmeal cookies are left. That's because we've been eating them. The ants have been eating them up. That's funny. Yikes, this juice is freezing! Smile. he's coming. Let's go. Where to? There. Looks like they're going to the Suit Mart next. The Suit Mart. Does this bathing suit make me look fat? I like these patterns. Can you make a graph about them? Where are the suits with 8 leg holes? Over here. Of course, a Suit Mart for Bugs would have different types of bathing suits. Some of these suits have a pattern of flowers. Some of them have bugs. And some of them have both flowers and bugs. I wonder which pattern is on more of the bathing suits. Here's the title. Do more suits have flowers, bugs, or both? And we can see flowers, bugs, both here. Here's a Venn diagram. The suits with flowers are in the left circle. The suits with bugs are in the right circle. And the suits with both are in the middle, which overlap the 2 circles. Does that look like something we've done this year? We sometimes use Venn diagrams, sometimes we use double bubbles to compare things, talk about how they're different and the same. More of the suits have bugs. Bugs are beautiful. This is a good graph. My next one has to be even better. Oh, what if a suit doesn't have bugs or flowers? Then it goes on the outside of both circles. So that was a good question. Look, butterflies are dancing. They have such pretty colors. What are you doing? Excuse me, could you hold still for a second, please? I want to find out which color is the most common in this group of butterflies. Oh, I bet that's the next graph. My graph shows orange is the most common color for these butterflies, and purple is the least common. This is too good. My next graph has to be even better. What's wrong? The eggs are hatching, all of them. Hello, Mrs. Hummer? Come quickly, please. I think Gonk is going to make a graph about these eggs. Oh, do you hear that noise? It sounds like cracking. It's coming from Grandpa Zolly's house. Grandpa Zolly's excellent egg-sitting service. $1 an egg per hour. It's kind of funny. Mama, I'll draw a picture of each baby. Hey, snakes and turtles are reptiles. The rest are birds. I wonder if more reptiles or birds hatch out. And look, he made tallies, just like we talked about the other day. This graph should help me win the contest. See, more reptiles hatched than birds. And you can see because they match up, first graders. So there's a reptile, a reptile, bird. There are 3 reptiles, 3 birds. 4 reptiles, 4 birds. 5 reptiles, 5 birds. 6 reptiles, 6 birds. But then there's a 7th reptile, and there aren't any more birds. So that means that 1 more reptile hatched than birds. Oh no, how can I make a better graph than this one? Mama! Bye, Grandpa Zolly. Good luck. Let's go there. Next, they're going to the flower market. I've got an idea for my next graph. Excuse me, may I ask you a question? What are you planning to do with your new flower? I'm going to plant it in my garden. Sir, what do you plan to do with this plant? It's a birthday gift for my friend. And what will you do with this flower? I'll plant it in my yard. So, what will you do with your new plant? Eat it. I wonder what he'll make this graph about. I hope most shoppers want to plant their new flowers in the garden. Why do you think the bee would want that, first graders? I took a survey at the flower market, and here are the results. The survey question was, what will you do with your new flower? And he wrote down what all of the different customers told him they were going to do with their flower. And then he made this graph. Here's the title here. It's the same as the question that he asked all the people. It says number of shoppers, plant it, give it away, eat it. Look at that graph, first graders. What information does it tell you? Only 2 are going to eat their plants. That leaves more for me. Oh no, that's another good graph. Am I going to win this contest? So, Chester, we've made a lot of graphs. Have you picked a winner yet? Pick me, pick me. Whose graphs are the best? Pick me, pick me. I should look at all of the graphs again. So Chester looks at all of the graphs and says, how do I pick the winner of this contest? I need to make one more graph. As you can see from my graph, it's a tie. So the snail gave them scores for each of their graphs. It says 1 is average, 2 is good, 3 is great. Correct math, they each got 3. Creativity, they each got 3. And neatness, they each got 3. So they both had 9 points. They match up. They are the same. One does not have more and one does not have less. Congratulations! Thanks! And so this is an example of how they were able to make graphs and read the graphs for information. And that's what we are going to be doing in our next couple of math lessons. Today we are going to be making picture graphs. So if you look at page 521, you'll see a graph there, but it isn't filled out. It shows favorite winter activities. The favorite winter activities are sledding, ice skating, and hockey. The directions at the bottom say to ask friends in the class, but you can just ask your family members at home and draw circles next to each person's choice, or you can draw 5 circles anywhere on the chart. There are 2 circles next to sledding. That means 2 people's favorite winter activity is sledding. There are 2 circles next to ice skating and 1 circle next to hockey. So yesterday we worked with tally graphs, and today we're working with picture graphs. A graph of any kind shows information or data. A picture graph uses pictures to show data, and you can use the tally chart like we talked about on Monday to make the picture graph. You can see that they are looking at favorite apple colors at the top of page 522. One person said red was their favorite apple color. So there's 1 apple on the picture graph. 3 people said yellow apples were their favorite color. So there are 3 apples next to yellow. And there are 2 people who say green is their favorite color. So there are 2 apples next to the color green. For number 1 on this page, it says write the totals in the tally chart. So you are going to look at the tallies, figure out how many are shown there, and write the total in the box next to the tallies. Next, you will use the information from the tally chart to make the picture graph. So you can look at the total number of triangles above in the tally chart, and there are 5. So you would fill in 5 circles next to the triangle for the picture graph. Then you would look at the total number of circles and fill in that many boxes next to circle. And then look at the total number of squares and fill in that number of boxes next to square. On the next page, you are going to do the exact same thing. You are going to find the total number for each tally, and then you are going to use that information to make a picture graph. On the last page, you are going to be making a picture graph with the following information. Number 5 says, Miguel asks his friends to name their favorite pet. 3 people like fish. How will you show that on the picture graph, first graders? 2 fewer people like cats. So 2 fewer than 3. How will you show that on the picture graph? And 4 people like dogs. How will you show that on the picture graph? Finally, for the writing, it says, how does a picture show a number on the graph? Think, what does each box represent on the graph?